baggage. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Making side adjustments here. Looking for space. It's Hamilton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need to win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Back to pass. With the catch, it's Johnson. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They grab the early lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Crump. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Parker.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They want to run this quarterback. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
That's a first down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Right on the money. At the 45 on his way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down to the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on a...
Pick off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still running at the 40. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hendricks. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The offense changing the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the left. Hits the afterburners. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got a man, it's Cross.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Finally brought down the run-up play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
What a What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
He wants to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. Going to take a shot on second and short. Got his man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, how the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half, and they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard, and that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Yoder. Oh, he's got some space. taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got his man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Using his legs, it's Punga. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make the back really special.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Cross. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Punga. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Got it back on second and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top. A shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
To the air on second down. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's crossed. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. That had all the makings of a pick six, and he just turned into a completion.
Oh, man, you throw that out route, you're sitting there, you're waiting on it, you get your hand on it, and they still complete it. Man, that could have been a huge play for the defense, but instead, the offense gets the completion.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get...
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
21.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following, get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Gets it out quickly. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Under fire. He's got him this time. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tiger. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Now improvising. The throw. The sure hands. It's Johnson. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He'll get rid of it. He's got it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
That's caught. It's Parker. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. It's a bad scheme to try to cover this guy one-on-one, much like Michigan State tried to do against Joey Galloway in '93. But the difference there is the reason Joey Galloway couldn't be covered is that no one really wants to be around him.
Ain't that the truth? We work with him weekly. We can say that and be very firm about it. But here's the
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's no good. He missed it. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Auburn.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
What an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Punga. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. That hole closed quickly and pick up a 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you are.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Punga. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. On the move, he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down 4 late, they have to convert on fourth down to keep hope alive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. On the run, it's Hamilton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Tigers inside the final minute trying to drain the clock.
Military stun! Military stun!
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile.
Trick 9, beat!
The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game.